thinking about moving to Worthington? In this video, I'm going to show you pros and cons of living in Worthington. And if you stick around, I even tell you a little history about Worthington and what it has in common with the whole state of Ohio. If this is your first time to the channel, please subscribe, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first person to know about the market here in Columbus, Ohio. My name is Billy Fristo and I'm an agent here in Columbus, and this is the Living in North Columbus YouTube channel. We get calls every day from people just like you looking to make a move to Columbus. If you're thinking about moving to Columbus, please reach out. All my information is in the box below. Send me an email, shoot me a text, give me a call. Love to help you make that smooth transition down here to Columbus. Let's talk about the pros and cons of Worthington. Hey, so the first pro of living in Worthington, historic charm and character. As you can see, downtown Worthington, awesome spot. A lot of local areas, Old Bag of Nails Pub, Worthington Tavern, big deal, Worthington Inn, down here in a beautiful historic downtown, brick streets. As you can see, brick cobbles on the ground. Just a small town feel. There's a market day down here where they shut the streets off at 6 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Over 160 vendors, lots of community activities all throughout the year. So let's get on to pro two. Pro number two, living in Worthington. Schools. According to niche.com, Worthington schools are A-rated. They are the number 7 rated school in the Columbus area, number 54 in Ohio. 11 elementary schools, 4 middle schools, 2 high schools in Worthington. Great with academics, and they are also very good with extracurriculars. Lots of activities for the kids. Their sports programs are great, so great place. I have a few college buddies that actually are from Worthington, and I guess fun little fact, a lot of great lacrosse players come from Worthington. If you're looking to make a move to Worthington, schools would be a big priority. So let's move on to pro number 3. Number 3, proximity. Close to everything and easy accessibility to highways. As you can see right behind me, Worthington is right in the middle of all those thoroughfares, and right here in Worthington is where 315 merges to 270, which merges, or you can exit off onto 23 north or south, 23 south, about a 10-minute drive down to Ohio State, about a 15-20 minute ride down to downtown, a few minutes from Polaris shopping mall. That would be pro number 3, is accessibility to the major highways and ease of getting around. So let's go on to pro 4. So pro number 4, living in Worthington, community events and activities. Worthington has one of the greatest farmers markets in the area, right up Wilson Bridge Road and 23. So a lot of vendors. Also, Worthington does a great market day, which is this year. It's going to be September 20th in Old Worthington, where they shut the streets down from 6 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. Over 160 vendors, and they do events all year round. Art festivals, they do the tree lighting for Christmas, a trick-or-treating event. They have live music in Worthington Green down in the center of the city. They do music May through August. Fun things to do. So community events, activities is another pro of living in Worthington. Pro number 5, living in Worthington, the parks and the green spaces. The parks around Worthington are awesome. You have High Banks Metro Park, right up 23, which featured in a video that I did on Powell. You have McCord Park, where the Worthington Rec Center is, and they have some brand new updated baseball diamonds that are super cool. You have Olentangy Trail, which is a little over 13 miles of walking, biking trails. And then right behind me is the Olentangy River. I'm actually right by the Olentangy Trail. So this is another park tennis courts, pickleball courts right behind me. A lot of green space in Worthington, a lot of things to do, biking, walking, jogging, tennis courts. There's a soccer field over here. So that's pro number 5, green space, outdoor recreation. On to the next. So pro number 6 of living in Worthington is this strong sense of community here. A lot of active engagement, preserving the history of Worthington and a lot of its historical value. A lot of the buildings are historical. Also, Worthington has a nice welcoming attitude, close-knit community. Local restaurants, coffee shops, and businesses are thriving because of the community support that they're getting here. Some of those restaurants, Suburban Southern Kitchen, Cameron's American Bistro, awesome places. Worthington Tavern, Worthington Inn, just a ton of stuff downtown, ton of things in Worthington to keep that close-knit community feel. So that's pro number 6. Now, with all the pros, must come a few cons. So let's get into those. So right now I'm in Perry Park in Worthington. Great park, lots of green space, baseball diamonds, soccer fields. But con number 1 of living in Worthington is home prices, property taxes are a bit higher than other areas in Columbus. For example, property taxes are about 2.66%, which the national average is, about 1%. So almost 3 times the national average in property taxes. The Ohio average is 1.8%. So they're still almost a whole point higher, here in Worthington than in other suburbs around Columbus. There's limited affordable housing, which means, there's not a lot of, stuff for first-time home buyers. However, there are some pockets where you can find, houses in the 4s, 5s. It is possible, but in that same neighborhood, for example, there's a house for $1 million, which is a new build. Con number 1 would be, like I said, affordable housing and, property taxes being kind of higher than some of the other, neighborhoods here in Columbus. So con number 2 of living in Worthington is there's a lot of older homes that require a little more maintenance than in other areas because they're older, they need updated. Because Worthington is landlocked per se, there's not a lot of new construction going on. A lot of the homes are older homes that are requiring a little more maintenance. And some historic homes that are here tend to have more restrictions on what you can do in order to update those homes and get them up to the latest specs and standards for housing. Looking for a new build, it may be a complete tear down. They have to put a new build on that property where the older home was if you aren't looking to, renovate the already existing home. So con number 3 is traffic, because I have firsthand experience because my son, his hockey team practices in Worthington, and it's usually around 6, and the traffic is backed up on 270. It's backed up on 315 because you have, all the traffic flows all coming into the same central location on 23, which is High Street, which runs directly through Worthington from down by Ohio State up to Worthington and north towards Delaware. So that's con number 3 are the traffic and commuting challenges. Con number 4 of living in Worthington, limited nightlife and entertainment. There are some really great bars, taverns, restaurants in Worthington. It's just a fact that, things are going to close a little earlier. It's not the hustle and bustle of like the bar scene, short north, downtown Columbus. You're looking at, some bars closing at 11, restaurants closing at 10. It's not a party town. So that would be con number 4 is just, limited nightlife and party scene, I suppose. Con number 5, strict zoning and regulations. You know, HOAs are super powerful here in Worthington. Also, you have, you know, a historical society where they want to preserve and keep, you know, things as they are. City has strict zoning and, you know, historic preservation, you know, rules, which can make reservations and or renovations and business development, you know, a little more difficult. Again, if you're looking for new construction, Worthington may not be the spot. However, lots of options. Reach out. I'd love to help you out and help you find something. The little bonus footage that I was telling you about the history of Worthington. Actually, the first, you know, founded community in 1803. The same year, Ohio became a state. So Worthington has a lot of history with it being, you know, one of the first places founded in Ohio the same year. Ohio became a state in 1803. It was a village up until, you know, the 1950s when it finally was accredited as a city. So a lot of history here. They like to preserve that history here in Worthington. So again, if you're looking to make a move, comment, you know, shoot me a text, give me a call, email. All my information's in the description box below. Love to help you make a move. Hope to see you around town. And as always, just call Billy.